house. And the one people shall be stronger than the other people, and the elder shall serve the younger.
So the elder, the older child, is going to serve the younger child. If you read later on in Genesis, you will see that that was something that did not last. But go ahead and read.
And when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb.
Now this is where the misunderstanding arises, at this verse right here. Pay close attention to what this verse is saying. Read.
And the first came out red, all over like in hairy garments, and they called his name Esau.
Now it said the first came out red all over like a hairy garment. Did it say he came out red and hairy?
No.
No, it does not say that. That's what the black Hebrew Israelites are making it say. It said the first came out red all over like a hairy garment, and they called his name Esau. Before we even investigate this, let's go to the Nelson's Quick Reference Bible Dictionary and see what the name Esau means. As a matter of fact, hold that. Go to the Bible Dictionary. Let's look at the word translated red there first. 132 in the Hebrew section.
You mean the concordance?
In the concordance. 132 in the Hebrew section. The word translated red there. Let's take a look at that first. Because this is key to understanding what it meant when it said he was red all over. 132. Go ahead.
Admoni.
Admoni. Right? What does it mean?
Reddish.
Reddish of what?
Of the hair or the complexion.
Now it could mean reddish of the hair or the complexion. So what we need to do is figure out which one it was talking about when it was referring to Esau, right? Because it can refer to either one. Now go to the Nelson's Bible Dictionary and look up the word Esau. And let's see what it means. And this is going to tell you what it was referring to when it said he was red all over like a hairy garment. Because it can be referring to your hair color, or it can be referring to your skin color. Page 179. Esau. What does it mean?
Esau. Hairy.
What does Esau mean?
Hairy.
What?
Hairy.
So they named him Esau, meaning hairy, right? Now when you go back and read Genesis 25 verse 25, it said the first came out red all over like in hairy garment. Therefore, they called his name Esau. Look at the comparison. It said he came out red like a hairy garment. Can you touch a hairy garment? Can you feel a hairy garment? But can you touch the color red without it being attached to something? Can you do that? If I told you right now to touch the color red, you can't reach out in the mid-air and touch the color red. But I say touch the color red like I'm wearing this red shirt, then if you touch my shirt, you're touching the color red. So how is the only way in this verse the color red can be like a hairy garment? Only if you're dealing with red hair. When it said the first came out red all over like a hairy garment, it's because he was covered with red hair. That's why they called him Esau, because he was covered with red hair. If you're covered with red hair, aren't you red all over? So this was not talking about Esau's skin complexion. It was talking about his hair. Esau was black, just like Jacob, but with red hair. Something very common among the black races. We all know Fred Sanford, whose nickname was Red Fox. When he was young, he had red hair. That's why they called him Red Fox. Everybody knows about Malcolm X. He was called Red. And Sinbad the comedian, he was called Red. All of these brothers got red hair. They try to say, well, the reason why these brothers got red hair is somewhere in their lineage, they intermingle with the white man. That is a lie. Go over to the African nations right now, and you got a lot of Africans with red, like orange like hair, due to the sun coming down on them. It has nothing to do with whether you've been messing with white people or not. So Esau was black, just like Jacob, with red hair. But you still, I don't believe that. Well, let me show you this. If you don't believe that, let's go to 1 Samuel chapter 17 and 42. That's the first mistake they made right there. That's that old race supremacy nonsense. You got white people that teach that the race was originally white and somebody got cursed with black skin. You got some white supremacist group that teach that the mark that God put on Cain in Genesis to protect him was the mark of black skin. Then you got black supremacist groups like a lot of these black Hebrew Israelites out there, not all of them, but a lot of them out there are black supremacist groups, and they want to make you think, no, It's the other way around. Actually, we were black and Esau was made white. Isaac was black. Rebecca was black. Jacob was black. But Esau is white. Not light-skinned, white. They are ignorant concerning geography, history, scripture, and genetics. It is genetically impossible for two black people to give birth to a Caucasian child. They say, well, God intervened and made it possible. See, they like to play on that color red. But let me take a look at this. 1 Samuel 17 and verse 42. And read when you get there. This is talking about David against Goliath. And look what it says about David. 17:42 read.
And when the Philistine looked about and saw David, he disdained him.
He ridiculed him. He made fun of him. He looked down on him. Goliath did this to David. Why?
For he was but a youth, and ruddy, and of a fair countenance.
It said he was what? Ruddy. That same word translated red when it describes Esau is the same word translated ruddy right here, out of me. So I guess that means if you're going to try to say that word red, mean Esau was white in Genesis, I guess it means David was white too. It's the same word. But they ain't trying to hear that, oh no, David was a Hebrew Israelite. He was black. And since it never gives any reference to David's hair, this means it refers to his complexion. So we know that when it says red of complexion in the Bible, as far as the black race is concerned, it means red of skin as far as what black race is considered red. You got red as far as black races go, and you got red as far as white races go. They don't understand that. How can you say that when it said red for Esau in Genesis, it was saying he was white, and the same word is used here to describe David's complexion, but David was a black Hebrew Israelite? Because they don't know what they're talking about. Even if there was talking about Esau's skin color, which it wasn't, then it could just simply mean he was red as far as black races go, just like it's saying right here that David was red as far as black races go. But it doesn't stop there. Let's go to Lamentations 4 and verse 1. These brothers are ignorant, telling you that Esau was a white man. He was the twin brother of Jacob. Both of his parents were black. His twin brother was black. Esau was black. He was born with red hair. That's why they called him Esau. They said he came out red all over. Why was he red all over? Because he was covered with red hair. If the red was referring to his skin color, then they would have more than likely named him Adami from birth. But that was not the distinguishing characteristic of Esau. It was his hair. He was covered with red hair. We looked it up. It said it could mean other complexion of the hair. We know it was talking about Esau hair because they named him Esau, meaning hairy. That's how we know it was talking about his hair. He was a black guy with red hair. Deal with it. Lamentations. That's after Jeremiah. Lamentations chapter 4 and verse 1. It's a real small book. You can easily pass it.
I got it.
It's 4 and 1. Go ahead and read.
How is the gold become dim? How is the most fine gold changed? The stones of the sanctuary are poured out in the top of every street.
See, Lamentation is a book of lamenting or lamenting for the children of Israel after they went into captivity to the Babylonians. It's comparing them right here to gold. It's how has the gold become dim? Go ahead and read.
The precious sons of Zion, comparable to fine gold. How are they esteemed as earthen pitchers, the work of the hands of the potter?
It says the work of the hands of the potter. But now, skip down to verse 7 and check out something very peculiar. Go ahead and read.
Her Nazarites
Nazarites were Israelites that took the Nazarite vow, correct?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Were purer than snow. They were whiter than milk.
Now, it's some out there, pureness, when they say they were purer than snow, whiter than milk. But read the next part.
They were more ruddy in body than rubies. Their polishing was of sapphire.
What did it say? They were more what in body?
Ruddy.
They were more ruddy in body. Now, it's a different word translated ruddy here. 119 in the Strong Concordance Hebrew section. It said, what's the word?
Adam.
Adam. And what does it mean?
To show blood.
To show blood in what sense?
In the face.
In the face.
That is, flush or turn rosy.
Wait a minute. But who did it refer this to? The Nazarites. Who were the Nazarites? Israel. But it just said